to Attorney Robert C. Allen right there in Pensacola, Florida, for sponsoring Broke by Choice. Welcome, you all. Welcome, everyone, to another segment of Broke by Choice. My name is Lavender Shedrick Williams. I'm owner of Candy Publishing, and Candy Publishing publishes the Other Woman magazine, which I also created. Yes, writing is it's my thing. I truly believe it was one of the things, one of a few things that I was born to do is write. Did I know I was going to be a publisher? No, I didn't. Did I know that I was going to be a writer? No, but I knew that I loved to write. I love to write poetry, which I've never published, but I ended up speaking to the hearts of women. That's my niche, is sharing my life with women through my writing, whether it be a book or through my magazine, The Other Woman. I want to first thank, as I always do, WBQP for this platform, and I'm going to give him, Vernon Watson, a shout out before we close. But today I want to talk about that comfort zone. You know, I mention something every now and then about coming out of your comfort zone for your business. You may have an idea for a book, for a TV show, for a business, or you might want to turn your side hustle into a business, test the waters. You know what? Whatever you fear, whatever your hesitation is, do whatever you have to do. Dig deep within you and find whatever it is to help you to get over that and just do it. I am a prime example. My heart is beating out of my chest right now, knowing that I am in front of the camera. This is not easy for me at all. And although it may look easy, I'm here to tell you what I go through before I push play. Should I say before I push record? It's not pretty. It's not pretty. You know, besides trying to look my best, work with what I have, you want to make sure I want to make sure I come across as engaging. I want to try to keep your attention. And just the fact of knowing that somebody is watching me, it just makes me, for lack of better words, almost sick to my stomach. So this is recorded from my home. I just want to share how easy it is for you to be able to have your own show, record your own show. I'm in the comfort of my own home. If you're thinking about having a show for your business, giving your business a little bit more exposure through WBQP, this is a great avenue because after every show, whenever it airs, I always receive phone calls. And before I forget, let me give you my number to Candy Publishing. It's 850-725-4894. Please leave a message because I do not pick up the phone. It is my business line. It is constantly ringing, but I will call you back. I'm very good at calling you back within 24, maybe 48 hours. I will call you back. But as I stand before you, I'm fidgeting with my pen. I feel like my voice is shaking. I have to do this to keep my business alive. People want to see who is behind the business, this business anyway. If you're thinking about writing a book and you don't like talking to people, you don't like being in front of a camera, you don't like being interviewed, that comes with it. So get ready. I remember my mother telling me people want to know who wrote We Snap in Silence. They want to see the woman who shared herself, who pulled back the curtains of her life as a woman, a wife, and a mother, and they want to know who she is. So the speaking engagement started coming. I'm like, oh my God, you guys, I didn't know what I was doing. All I knew to do was to share myself. Did I come across as a public speaker, a motivational speaker? No, I just had to be me. I didn't know how to um, pretend to be someone else or pretend to be this engaging, high priced, high visibility speaker. That's not me. I'm Jess Lavender, who shared her story, who wanted to publish books to help other women, who always wanted to have her own magazine, and I did it. Unfortunately for me, it put me here. It put me in front of people for speaking engagements with women's retreats, conferences, all type of things. And COVID happened, of course, uh, and it ceased. And I'm ashamed to say I was kind of happy. I was kind of happy, but during COVID, as everyone else did, you dig deep and you started pulling out some of those crafts, some of those hobbies, and you took that time for some self reflection, some introspection, some reflection, wrote down some goals. You know, what are you going to do with the rest of your life? Um, this helps. You would probably think the more I do it, the easier it gets. It doesn't. I'm still fidgeting with my pen that you can't see. I can't tell you what I do to keep my business alive. Again, if you're not on social media, some way, somehow, your business is suffering. This is what keeps my business alive. It's coming out of my comfort zone. So even the Other Woman magazine, I have to have some type of marketing that reaches the masses. So yes, the Other Woman magazine, Candy Publishing is on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and I do have a website for Candy Publishing and the Other Woman magazine. So that alone takes a team of marketeers. Is that a word? A marketing team, but it's just me. I thank God for the few contributing writers that write articles, submit articles. They do not get paid. I don't get paid. I make not one penny from the Other Woman magazine. And it used to cost me to get someone to help me publish it because I've never done a magazine before. So the whole formatting, laying out the stories and making sure the pictures are vivid and not dull, I had to pay someone who was an expert to do that for me. I started losing money. So through blood, sweat, and tears, I taught myself how to do this program, and I now do it myself. So I'm saving money, but it is not for profit. I don't make anything. Even the digital version I offer for free on theotherwomanmagazine.com. And the next issue is about to come out, and I'm excited about it. This is a old issue, but I just wanted to show you if you're seeing for the first time. Um, that is what the cover looks like, and the title changes with every issue. So this coming issue's title is Her Confessions. And I've got some really good articles in there. And I think each issue is full of transparency and confessions. And that is coming out of your comfort zone. For a lot of people who submit their articles, it's a non-judgment place where they can share themselves for free. And if you write for the Other Woman on a continual basis, it gives you exposure if you have a desire to write. I don't have any spots open now for staff for the Other Woman magazine, but those few who have been with me since the beginning, they can use that if they desire to establish their own and build their own platform as a writer. And I do have one, Robert Congress, who is I have a couple, two or three, as a matter of fact. Chaplain Julia Cadenhead, she's the author of a few books. I actually worked for her in the Navy, Chaplain Julia Cadenhead. Now, she is a regular contributing writer. Laura McKnight is a freelance writer. She has edited quite a few books. She's an editor. If you're looking for an editor, Laura McKnight, and you can find them on the staff page or the writer's page. I forget what the link is called on the otherwomanmagazine.com. Robert Congress is a freelance writer, and I don't have his book available, but he actually collaborated his first book, Sidelined, with Maurice Harris. So you can use my platform to help you build your platform. And that's what business is all about. And I really enjoy helping others because it kind of takes the attention off of me going back to coming out of your comfort zone. If I had a whole team of people, I could really probably do something with Candy Publishing. But as I mentioned, it's just me, and it's probably just you in your business because it's very difficult to find someone who's willing to put in their time and their energy to help build your dream. That's your vision. Candy Publishing is my vision, not anyone else's. I mean, people say I'm sitting on a gold mine. I'm like, okay, where is the gold mine? But the Candy Publishing does help me. That's my income, is helping you write your book. Now, I don't actually publish books anymore. I think I've got 2 or 3 more on my plate, but there are some books that I want to write. So what I do is I'm teaching you, I'm giving you all of my knowledge as a publisher, and I coach you to learn to publish your own book. And hey, if you want to become a publisher and help other people publish their books, you can do that. Whatever you want to do with that knowledge, if you just want to publish your own books. But I do take you through a coaching process. We spend some time together one-on-one, whether it be in person or just like this. We could do it via telephone, video, whatever is comfortable and convenient for you on your time. And I teach you how to fish. I teach you how to publish your own book. So I do get phone calls saying, what do I do next? That's part of the coaching process. But if you are savvy, somewhat savvy with a computer, if you know how to work a computer and follow directions, there is a program on Amazon that will publish your book for you at no cost. Now, where I come in is if you're not computer savvy, you're going to need somebody to take you through those steps. So you either do it yourself, figure it out, like I figured out the Other Woman magazine program on my own, blood, sweat, and tears. I am self-taught on that program, that it seemed like nobody had ever heard of it. Then I finally found a Facebook group, and the name of the program is InDesign. I found a group on Facebook that knew InDesign. They were InDesign experts. And I'm like, thank goodness. So anytime I had a question that I just couldn't find the answer to, I went to that group. So you do what you have to do for your dream. You do what you have to do to keep your business alive. You do what you have to do for exposure. And I read something recently. It's not money that we should be chasing, but exposure. Exposure. Put yourself out there. So this is part of me coming out of my comfort zone, my voice shaking, fiddling with this pen. This is not expert material. This is Lavender Shedrick Williams doing what she knows to the best of her ability to keep her business alive. And I cannot thank WBQP enough. And I'm going to pull up their flyer. So if you're thinking about having your own business, right there, the other way, right there, WBQP, you can call Vernon Watson. His phone number is 850-293-5007. And hey, if I can do it, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. It's all about exposure. It's all about putting your business out there. Do something with your business every day. And WBQP reaches a wide group of people. The geographical spread coverage of WBQP, and they're on Fire Stick, Apple TV, Roku, all of that. So it's really no excuse. So you are probably the only obstacle in your way for your business. Again, if I can do it, you can do it. And it's for a minimum cost. And if you cannot afford the cost for a 30-minute show, I believe it's under $100. You don't have to do it every week. You can find a sponsor to sponsor it for you. But WBQP, and you may not get the slot, the time, prime time that you want, but they will work with you and make it work for your business. It's a good yes to say yes to hosting your own TV show. You may have a ministry, you may have a church that you want to grow, whatever it is that you're trying to grow. Just try one show, try a couple of shows, but you have to give it time, because the rule of marketing is people have to see or hear something at least, 7 to 9 times before they act on it. So that's why you see commercials over and over and over and over again. The same commercials you see, you could probably say the commercial with it, know the tunes of the songs and commercials, because they're following the rule of marketing is consistency. You have to see it over and over. So even with Broke by Choice, it took a while for Broke by Choice to be aired on WBQP before I started receiving phone calls for Candy Publishing. Every phone call does not end up with money, but it's exposure. And that's what's important. That's what's important. If you get a phone call about your business, it's working. So that's a sign to continue. So I am continuing again on WBQP with Broke by Choice, with every video that I make. If you see me on social media, and you can follow me on TikTok, The Other Woman Magazine, Instagram, Candy Publishing, Facebook is my name, Lavender Shedrick Williams. I also have a Candy Publishing Facebook page and The Other Woman Magazine Facebook page. Just saying all that is exhausting. But you know what? You got to do what you got to do. And I think about my children and grandchildren. This is my legacy. The books I write, they are my legacy. The Other Woman Magazine is my legacy. When you put something in print, that black and white, it's going to be there forever. Books do not die. Whether it's an audio book, whether you read it online, whether you listen to it, or whether you like turning the pages, which is what I love. I love to pick up a book and turn those pages. They just don't die. That could be your legacy in print. So please consider doing something out of your comfort zone. Out of your comfort zone this week. So the process that I go through, as I mentioned, I'm in my home. If you're considering the show, this is what you can do. You can have a blank wall. You don't have to have a signage. It would be nice to have a signage. Some people have elaborate backgrounds. They have what they call a green screen where they can change the background. That's a little bit too much for me. I'm kind of like plain Jane. So this is fine for me. Just the black screen. So you'll see a different background every now and then, but I'm already coming out of my comfort zone. If I had all the bells and whistles, I probably wouldn't do it at all. So find a background that fits you. Find something that is also engaging for your viewers. And you can record at home any day of the week. So it's on your time, your schedule. WBQP is not going to call you and say, okay, I need you to record your show. You record your show and you send it. I send it to WBQP. Now, he always requests, my show airs every Sunday. So I have to get it in before Sunday. But because of my nervousness and my lack of desire to come out of my comfort zone, I usually wait until the last minute. It's usually a Saturday when I'm uploading, sending it to WBQP. But that's what I deal with and coming out of my comfort zone. So you do it whenever you want to, whatever time is comfortable for you. When you have the house to yourself and you can mess up and restart. I use a program called StreamYard. You could probably just record a video Just use your phone and record a video. And Vernon Watson will walk you through this. Now, if you need help with production, if you want him to help bring your show on and to show you, it is an extra cost. But you know what? When I send this to WBQP, they work their magic, and I love the end result. I love the intro. I love the quality of it. WBQP will make you look better than you think you look. WBQP has quality family programming, and it's the only urban television station on the Gulf Coast, the only urban television station. And as I mentioned, they are also on YouTube, so you can like Vernon Watson, WBQP on YouTube, and please subscribe to their channel. And you can download the app. And you can also watch all of the shows that he airs on his Facebook page and YouTube. So that's the extra exposure that you get also. So before I close, I want to talk a little bit more about Candy Publishing, answer a few questions that I had over the phone. So you probably didn't call, but you probably have questions. The best thing I can tell you to do to start writing is to just write. That sounds so easy, but I say all the time, if you can talk, have a conversation, you can write. Write down your thoughts, whatever thoughts you have for your book of poetry, just write it all down. Get all the words out of your head and on paper. Now, I do have courses for that also, coaching on how to get words out of your head and on paper. If you're having problems with that, how to create content, I do all of that. That's my niche. I can take a few jumbled pages and turn it into a book. That's just what I'm good at. So that's why I get paid. So if you have a book idea and you're not sure how you want to go about making this into a marketable book, a book that you can sell, a book that people are going to purchase, that's where you want either a ghostwriter or a book coach or someone to collaborate with you on your book. But I always say, don't die with a book in you. Do not die with a book in you. We have so many recipes, so much history, so many stories that are 6 feet under, that are buried with our loved ones. It's just a sad case. If you have grandparents or aging parents, write down some of the things that they tell you. Write down some of their stories. Even if you don't publish it, at least you have it to share with your children and your children's children. History is so important. And again, that's your legacy, the stories that we have about our family history. A lot of our children don't even know their own cousins. They don't know their family tree. I'm guilty of that. I know my immediate family. I know my mother's family, my father's family. But to go past that, I could walk by cousins, walk by family members, and not even realize it. So write those things down. Have aunts and uncles who are aging. Get some of their best memories on paper, some of the suggestions, some of the advice that they gave you. And just write it down. And if one day you just think about publishing the book, or the family gets together and say, let's publish this book of quotes, or let's publish these life lessons that Big Mama taught us or Grandmama taught us, and go from there. But get the words out of your head on paper. Just write. Just write. Just write. And don't question yourself, well, I'm not going to put that in the book. Just write. That's part of journaling. I'm big on sharing with people to journal your thoughts. It's not only therapeutic, but it's a good avenue to begin a book, is to journal. The book I mentioned earlier, Sideline, was written by Maurice Harris and co-authored with Robert Congress. Maurice spent some time in prison, and he journaled while he was in prison. He got out of prison and contacted Candy Publishing. Someone told him about Candy Publishing, and he's now a published author and owner of a trucking company, working on I think he said a revised version of his book. He wants it to be an audiobook. But there are so many avenues that you can take to uh, bring in a little bit more income. Times are hard, and people are always looking for new ways, new ideas to make ends meet. So don't be broke by choice. Come out of your comfort zone. Do something that you've never done before. Do something this week. If it takes you 3, 4, 5 days, if you procrastinate, as long as you do it, just do it. Just do it. So as I close with knots still in my stomach and my voice shaking, I did it. I recorded another Broke by Choice. I'm doing what is necessary for my business. I am out of time. I'm going to close with my sponsor, attorney Robert C. Allen, who is right there in Pensacola, Florida. He serves surrounding communities also. So thank you again for joining Broke by Choice. Again, my phone number is 850-725-4894, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.